Hey everyone, hope you're doing okay. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a little catch-up Q&A while you get ready with me. I am so excited to say that I'm currently, might be a bit echoey the sound. It's because I'm in my new place. I've been wanting to tell you for the longest time, but well, I won't say I've just got my own place because it's been in motion and in the making for quite a while now. I got the keys to the space in September, just before I went to Milan for Fashion Week. I'm also freezing because it's just empty right now. There's not much in here, so it's a bit cold. So I've got a hot water bottle with me and I've made a tea. I made a tea for the first time in my new kettle with my new mugs on my new coaster. And when I say this place is a work in progress, I mean like you're literally, it's quite funny. But I've got my ring light because I forgot how dark it gets early, so I brought it from home, and I've got you stood on a paint. I brought another paint bottle in case it wasn't enough. Paint bottle? What's this called? Paint can, paint tin. And also a thing of plaster. That's how work in progress it is right now. I've literally not got any furniture. I ordered a bed. My bed, actually, let me get into doing my makeup actually, because yeah, I can talk about this while I do my makeup because it's kind of like a catchy up Q&A. Yeah, I ordered my bed ages ago and I absolutely fell in love with it. My vibe for my place is like cream. This actually did not look like this when I got it. It was white and it had these silver handles on it, and I've got all of these kind of like brass handles on it now. And this is, I'm currently sitting in my bedroom, my empty bedroom, but there's boxes and boxes here because I've got a bed that needs to be picked up. Because yeah, I found this bed and I fell in love with it. The headboard and the bottom bit, I don't know what it's called. There are so many words that I don't know, and it's been such a learning curve. Like my mum teaching me what different things mean, like skirting. I never knew what skirting was. It's like the bottom of a wall. So it's all been a learning curve, but my bed basically arrived damaged, annoyingly. The bed company said that they can only send another bed out in January, end of January, because the bed is sold out and that was the last one in stock. The process of getting, like putting an offer down was really quick and fast paced, but then the process to then getting my keys has been really slow, and then I finally got them. And you know, everything was confirmed, and then the process to getting stuff in my place has been so long as well, because you know, it's a blank canvas, there's not furniture here. I'm happy with that because it means I can put my Nikki stamp on it. Who knew a sofa took 10 to 12 weeks to come? Sorry, not me. Yeah, in the meantime, my dad, bless him, has been painting for me. I think he really enjoys it. So yeah, by him painting, it's kind of like something is still being done. It's not just, yeah, I've not just got this place and nothing's being added to it. I, at the beginning of the year, made a mood board. Like, I keep calling it a mood board, a vision board, just to, you know, I was feeling really down last year and the beginning of this year. A lot happened, you know, of my operation, and a lot of other like personal stuff happened, and so I just needed something to like feel good about basically. And so I made like a vision board, and it's not like I was looking at that board like every day and like kind of manifesting and sitting on it and like, you know, but I just kind of had it in the back of my mind. And it's actually crazy how much of the stuff I've done this year. Like, I went to the Miu Miu show, that was on it. My workspace I've got, which I really wasn't anticipating doing this year. I just thought my workspace was just going to be in my family home after my mum and dad got their loft conversion in another room when my sister moved out of her room, and that was going to be my room. I didn't expect it to be at my actual own physical place. So, and I think it's like, for me, the independence of having like a place that is mine is like so fulfilling for me and so nice for me, when like I really don't have any in other areas, any freedom or independence with my health. So yeah, I think it'll be amazing, and content wise I'm so excited about it. Like, I think it will be a huge benefit to not only me and how productive I feel to be in a new, and happy I feel to be in a new space, but also I think for you guys, like I'll be producing more content and things will look, you know, it'll be nice to have a new environment for you to see, and you know, every room I'll be able to film in instead of just being sort of set in my sort of being limited to my bedroom. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. So that's my new update life-wise, and that's where I am. Already I'm absolutely loving this. Just, I'm literally sitting on my floor, but I love this so much. It feels really personal, like I'm just talking to a friend. And obviously none of this would have been possible without your support, and I don't doubt or don't, you know, take for granted how lucky I am to be in this position. So yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. I can't wait to do lots of vlogs about my place and, you know, vlog the process from it being just blank walls. I filmed there before, you know, before we did anything. So yeah, I can't wait to like document the process. I think it'll be amazing to look back on, and I can't wait to take you on the journey because you guys are like my family. So, you know, especially if you followed me from the beginning, this feels like a really major moment. And yeah, I'm proud of myself, and I'm never really proud of myself. So yeah. Oh, this smells so good. These are the new e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils, and they are amazing. I've been obsessed with them. I've literally got every single shade, no joke, every single shade. There's 7 shades. This is crystal clear, so I like normally prepping with this or using it as a topper on top of like lip liner or things like that. They're just so comfortable on the lips, and this applicator, it's like a cushion applicator, and because it is so thick and chunky, you literally just have to go 1, 2, and you've got an even application of the product, and it's just, yeah, so quick and easy. I always have one of these in my handbag, and I actually cannot believe the price point of these. They're £8, which is insane. £8. This is better than a lot of high-end lip oils that I've tried, and they're the perfect consistency and the perfect mix between gloss and lip oil. They've got the moisturizing and nourishing qualities of a lip oil, and then they've got the payoff and effect and appearance of a gloss, so it's the perfect hybrid. The ones I've been wearing most out of these, this one, this kind of brownie nude, which is Honey Talks, I love this. I'm so into like a 90s brownie nude, especially this time of year. And then also, surprisingly, this one, which I didn't think I'd love so much, it's Rose Envy. I'm not really a pink girly, but because this isn't overly pigmented or pink, it's actually perfect. It just adds such a nice sheer wash of colour to your lips. So this one's Jam Session, and it's that like black cherry sort of colour, I would say. And then they've got another 2 here, which are Coral Fixation and Pink Quartz. I really love these. I feel like I'll use these so much during summer as well. They're just such like summery colours, so I cannot wait. I feel like I've been saying I love all of these, which I do, because there's not one miss in the colour range. They've chosen so well. This is Red Delicious. So this is like your true red, but it just gives you like a red flush to your lips. Let me swatch it. So this one is Red Delicious, and like I said, that one is Jam Session. And they are ultra glossy too and super high shine, so literally what is not to love about them? I promise you, as soon as you get one, you will then want every single one from the collection. I actually haven't tried these yet. These are their Cream Glide lip liners. I've swatched them and they are so pigmented and smooth, so I'm so combining this and this shade later. I think this is Spill the Tea. First question, how is your Accutane journey going? That's actually a really great question, as I've kind of just been speaking about it. It's going okay. It's gone a lot faster than I anticipated it going. I'm at like 11 months now, and I can't kind of believe it, to be honest, because initially it felt really daunting to be like, okay, I'm gonna be on this for like 12 months plus. So I've got a review in January and we'll see where I'm at skin wise. I am just a bit anxious for, like, you know, I know that obviously when you stop Accutane, I've seen it's worked so well for so many people, but I've also seen a lot of people who have had to be on a few times, and I'm kind of like dreading that being the case, like my skin being okay for a couple months after I come off it and then it going back to being bad again. And so that's sort of what I'm worrying about, because yeah, my skin has never been clearer. The other day my friend was like, oh my god, I can't believe you put makeup on, because we were having a chill day, and I was like, I haven't. When I was doing my makeup and I had acne, it was so, it kind of took the love out of doing makeup, I think, because when you're battling so much with your skin, it makes it so difficult for you to, your makeup then to apply well, you then to feel confident in yourself and in your makeup. And actually sometimes makeup can accentuate your acne and your dry patches, which are very like apparent already. And so it made me sort of fall out of love with makeup quite a bit, because it was just such a battle between my acne and the stuff I was putting on it. And so it's nice now to not have that battle and actually just have, like, you know, I have a lot of dryness and that's my battle now, but it's so much less, you know, than what it was before. And I feel like I've got my products that I use down. I think maybe my side effects aren't as extreme is because I'm on such like a calm dose, but I'm definitely, yeah, feeling the dryness. My lips are constantly dry. My biggest issue recently has actually been my hands. I don't know if you can see, but I've got a rash on my fingers, and this finger, ever since I've been on Accutane, this one damn finger, don't know what I did to it, but I just keep getting rashes on this finger, rashes and red patches and just itching and soreness, and I've been having that for months. So that's my issue, because there's nothing I can really do about it. Like, I can put, again, ointment on it, hand cream. I've got such dry cuticles that my skin around my fingers keeps bleeding. The reason I'm on such a low dose of my Accutane is because, like, one, I don't need to be on a higher dose, but also because I have, as you guys know, lots of nosebleeds and I'm susceptible to them, and you're actually at risk of having nosebleeds even if you don't when you're on Accutane, because obviously it's drying things from the inside out, therefore drying out your like nose and everything like that. And so I also have just been like thoroughly moisturising my nose with like gels and ointments and creams, but I've been doing that even before Accutane because I'm susceptible to nosebleeds anyway. So it just prevents anything like really drying out and keeps everything like moist and things like that, and not cracking and bleeding. So I mean, I've got some like, you know, scarring and pigmentation, but it truly has never been better. This Charlotte Tilbury Glow Filter, I've literally, like, I mean, it's nearly finished, you can see, but I've genuinely been using it for, I don't know how long. It's a bit worrying. Like, all of the writing has rubbed off of it. That's how much I've used it. But can you see the glow it's given my skin? This has been, again, while being on Accutane, one of my favourite products. Like, anything that gives like a glow to your skin is so important, because also when you're on Accutane, your skin can look quite flat because it is always dehydrated no matter how much you hydrate it. So good. I really do love this product. If you could make another makeup range, what would you do differently this time? That is such a good question. You know, I've thought about this a lot, and I've also like spoken about it a lot with like friends and things like that, and I think every single project I've done, I've never regretted it because it's been right in the moment. You know, I think it's very easy to look back and be like, oh, I should have done this differently or that, and of course I don't not do that sometimes, but at the same time, I think it was so right in the moment. You know, when I did my collection, it was about like baking and coffee and cakes and things that I loved so much and were very dear to me and were very Nikki and made sense, and yeah, it worked. And so I would never do anything really differently. Some of the products maybe could have been less bulky. Some of them weren't the most functional, so like the Coffee Cup blush palette, which I absolutely love and I know was a lot of people's favourites from the collection. It's obviously not that functional and not that everyday. You know, you're not going to go travelling with a Coffee Cup palette. It's not, you know, the most, I can't think of the word, but it's just, yeah, it's not the most convenient. That's the word. It's not the most convenient thing. It made sense for the collection, and I wanted to do something that was different, that was kind of like 3D and, you know, was fun. So it's not that I regret it, but I think, you know, if I did it now, having, you know, travelled a bit more with my makeup and understanding more probably the needs that I have when it comes to my makeup, and choosing what I take with me in my makeup bag or just chuck in my bag, or that I use on a daily basis, I think I would have made things a bit more functional. Maybe it would have been like stackable products or multi-use products where it's like a lip and a cheek thing. Yeah, I think just doing things that are a bit more functional for the average person to take in their makeup bag, really. Since then, we've moved on a lot from like powder products, and although like my blushes were cream, I wish that I did some like cream eyeshadows or like liquid eyeshadows on like a little kind of almost like lip gloss type applicator. Yeah, just things that are just very easy to use, like one and done. I wish I had more products like that. Maybe doing some stick eyeshadows. Like this stick eyeshadow is my favourite thing ever. I've like made a proper dent in it, and I just smudge it onto my eye. I think we just want things that make our lives as easy as possible. You know, we want makeup to be stress-free and effortless. Product formulation wise, I think they were all great. I think my lip oils, again, maybe the packaging wasn't the most convenient, but at the same time, you know, it was part of the collection and it made sense. The lip oils were so tiny that it's like after like 3 uses they were done, and I didn't love the applicators on them, so had I done it again I would do a different applicator. Like the e.l.f. ones are the gold standard for lip oils. They're so good, especially at a drugstore price point. Like, they're amazing. Mine were nothing like the e.l.f. ones. They were nowhere near as good. How do you think your style has developed this year? Another good one. These are all really good. I love when I don't do a Q&A for a little bit, so then like new questions I kind of thought about. Right, where's my contour stick? I feel like this year is the first proper year where I haven't internally cared about what other people think of my style, or haven't been really impacted by what other people are wearing or think is cool. When I was at school, you know, I finished school last year, and when I was in sixth form, I think I was still very internally like aware of what people thought was cool and what people were wearing, and just wanted to fit in, therefore did the same. And it's not that I didn't like what I was wearing or that I wouldn't have worn it otherwise, because I would have, but you know, like anything, you're affected by your environment and the people you're around. And so at school I think I was still quite internally like insecure, and so I just wanted to be liked. And you know, I've had that all through like growing up in school, that you know, I'm like, okay, I'll be liked if I wear the same thing as you. Not liked as in popular, but just accepted. I was talking to a boy last year who wore a lot of streetwear and things like that, and so I kind of like, my style began to mold to that quite a lot, and it did stay like that. You know, it's not like it just like changed when I was with, you know, speaking to this boy, but it definitely was a lot more impacted, because it was kind of like he'd be talking about these different brands, and we'd go shopping and like buy a lot of streetwear. And so yeah, I was wearing a lot of like big cargo trousers and you know, like gorpcore sort of, they call it, like kind of tech sort of stuff. This year, maybe because I've actually not been around that many people my age, except my like intimate friends, that I haven't been really impacted on what they're wearing or anything like that, and felt like I have like a need to mold myself to that. My personal style's changed in the sense that I feel more sure of it. I feel like I've really sort of worn stuff that feed into like who Nikki is and what my personality is and things like that. So yeah, I hope that kind of answers the question. I just this year feel the most sure in myself style-wise that I've ever felt. I know I've been posting a lot more fashion content, because over the years it's sort of, as I've grown up, become something that is a way to express myself and that I really enjoy. Similarly to when I first found makeup or when I first found baking, these are all things that just bring me happiness and escapism, and fashion's become more so that as I've got older. And so yeah, I just really appreciate you guys supporting me in that, and me exploring that more, and my journey with going to fashion shows and things. You know, it's all very new to me, and I'll never say that I am an expert at fashion, because I'm definitely not. But I do really enjoy the creative side of it, and just, yeah, find it all very interesting. So I really appreciate you guys supporting me. What countries would you really like to visit in 2024? Oh, it makes me feel so funny even saying 2024. I literally only get to grips with saying the year it is a year into the year. Well, it's crazy actually looking back on my vision board for the year, because quite a lot of those places I've actually been able to go to that were on my vision board. So I've been to Paris, which I put on my board. I'm actually going to Paris again, fingers crossed, this week, but this time actually as a enjoyment for pleasure. Not that when I don't go they're not pleasurable experiences, it's just they're obviously there for work. So this time I'm actually going not for work, and literally just to have a trip away, which will be my first trip away this year that hasn't been for work, which will be very nice before Christmas. I've been to Milan, Italy, which I had on my vision board as well, but again I really want to go to lots of other places in Italy, like Sicily. I had New York on the list on my vision board, and I've been to New York twice this year, which is absolutely mental. My other 2 places which I haven't been to, one's Amsterdam, so I'm hoping that can be crossed off in 2024. I've always wanted to go, and it's actually not far, so that's great. And then the other one is Japan. If you know me, then you know I've always been obsessed with Japan. The culture, the fashion, the food. Japanese food is my absolute favourite, and so yeah, it's my dream to go to Japan, but obviously it's so far away. I had the opportunity once to go to Japan years ago. This was probably like 2019 when I won an award. My documentary that came out about my life won an award that is in Japan for TV. It won the overall winner of all of the award winners, and then it won an award, which was amazing. So Lorna, our producer, actually ended up going, but it was literally like a 36-hour round trip. So yeah, Japan is the dream, and there's so many beautiful places in Japan as well. You know, Kyoto, Osaka, like they're all really different from what I hear as well. So yeah, biggest challenge outside of health. Yeah, I'm painfully introverted, and I think it's got worse as I've got older. I struggle a lot with social situations. I kind of dread them. I can make small talk, but it exhausts me, and I get that it's part of like my job and it's part of just meeting new people, but I find small talk really like physically exhausting after, like I find social environments quite taxing mentally and physically. You know, the way I get my energy back is through being alone and being in my room and having my own time, and my family knows that, and so you know, they know that if I'm in my room I need to recharge and I just need to be alone. And it's not to say that I don't enjoy seeing people and I don't enjoy seeing my friends like one-on-one and stuff, but I almost get this like sinking feeling in my stomach even when I see like my friends sometimes, or even when I'm talking with family, where I'm like, okay, now I need to be alone. Now I need to like, okay, I like, it's like time's up. Like I've reached my limit. This is another thing from e.l.f. that I just wanted to share. It's their liquid eyeshadow in Disco Queen. And what I've started doing is putting, instead of like a highlighter, putting it in my inner corner. It just completely like makes you look awake all of a sudden. I don't know if in November it was because I was like still recovering from fashion month, because that was like a lot for me. By the end of it I was like, oh my god, I need to just go home and be alone, because every night I was seeing people, and you'll kind of get to the point where as like an introvert you're like forcing yourself to go out because it's work. God, I keep having issues with mascara smudging under my eyes. It's actually the most annoying thing ever. This is my freckle pen. It's actually an eyebrow pen, but it's really good actually, because it's so precise, so you get like little dots instead of really chunky ones. So I mixed 2 freckle pens together because one of them is chunky, so I start with that, and then I go over with this one and just fill out the gaps with like a small one, and then just tap them in. And just like that, I don't know if you can see, but I have freckles. It's got so dark outside, I hate it so much. Final question before I do my lips and finish off is, I had surgery a few weeks ago in November, and a lot of you guys, and I recently posted a reel of what this, you know, me having the surgery. Like, I love doing a come with me to surgery video because I think it just is really real, and I think sometimes like I never want people to think that my life is fashion and beauty and I don't have any struggles. Like, not that anyone does think that, but I think it's important to share both sides because of your life. Otherwise, as much as obviously you feel comfortable with, but you know, otherwise you're not being very real. And I think having the platform I do on social media, my little corner of the internet, I think it's so important to be real. So yeah, I posted like a come with me to have an operation video, and a lot of you guys were asking what it was for. So basically, I have so many nosebleeds, as you guys know. They are constant. In fact, I had a nosebleed yesterday. Like, I have a good period where I'm okay, and then I'll have one, and then it's made it like I'll have a day where I have 7 nosebleeds, one after the other. Like, as one's slowing down, it just kicks back up again at full force, and then slows down and like just doesn't clot and doesn't like heal. So like that happened last month. I think that was also why I was just so drained, is because I was just so mentally like and physically exhausted. Like, I had 7 nosebleeds in one day. I didn't sleep. Like, it was just awful. So basically what the nosebleed was, I mean what the operation was to they put me to sleep, and then my doctor tried to spot spot where he thinks my bleeding vessels are in my nose that's causing some of the bleeding, and then he lasered them, which basically kind of sort of cauterizes them, like burns them away so that they don't come back, or at least don't come back for a little while, so I have some respite. This might sound really strange, but I started putting like lip gloss on top of my highlighter, just a little bit, and it really makes it pop. I do it on my brow bone as well. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. lip liner. You know, for me, I feel every time I start having nosebleeds again, well, that's the end of my respite, so we shall see how things go. Like I said on that post, if there's one thing that I've learned through my life and my experiences and my health journey, is that you just have to take each day as it comes and just worry about the present moment, because, you know. And now I'm gonna put on Honey Talks. Oh my gosh. Stunning. They just feel so good on my lips. Like, I just want to keep applying it just for that sensation. They glide like butter. Absolutely stunning. Ta-da! So that is the makeup done and the Q&A over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed. This is my current favourite makeup. And make sure to check out e.l.f.'s lip oils and new lip liners, because those are definitely going to become a new fave too. I've really enjoyed catching up with you as always. Yeah, I just can't believe I'm actually filming in my place right now. This is so exciting. Lots of exciting things to come. It's going to be great, and I think it's going to be such a new start, a new chapter for me, and I'm really excited about it and excited about sharing it with you. Thank you if you sent in a question. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to be a part in asking me another question soon in my next Q&A. These are probably some of my favourite videos to film. Like, Q&As have been a classic since the stone age of YouTube, and they still are today. I just love catchy, uppy, chatty videos. These are defo my fave. I hope you guys have a lovely break off, and I will see you very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.